Welcome to Travels with Lucky. This is Silver Star, Montana, and we're passing by Lloyd Harkin's place. Pretty famous place here in Silver Star. But anyway, we are heading up the hill behind there to the Silver Star Cemetery. That will be our first stop, and then in our usual style, we're going to be traveling some roads less traveled, and you'll get to see a little bit of the Montana countryside, and we're going to show you some cool old real estate. Some houses that we just passed by along the way, which are pretty interesting. So I hope you enjoy this video, and we'll head up to that hill and check out the Silver Star Cemetery. Okay, down below me is Silver Star, and behind is the top of Silver Star Cemetery, and I'm going to hike up there and see who's up there. It's really windy today. I'm hoping my microphone muffles the wind noise, but so you can see up there at the top of the hill. I'm kind of curious if that's somebody really important up there. So we'll hike up there. Okay, I'm at the top of the hill. I'm having to talk over this. The wind was so strong that even my muffled microphone with the wind thing didn't help. So I did make it up there, and it was pretty interesting. But as you can see, it was so windy I had to hang on to my visor. And this is a 360 looking around the oldest part of the cemetery, I'm sure, way up on top of the hill. You can see forever pretty much. And that is, there's Lucky way down there. And that road down there that I was pointing to is Highway 287. And now I just wanted to check some of these grave markers to see how old they were. But here, look at here, those are old cedar posts put around there, and there was probably a fence around there, and I couldn't see any indications of any grave markings, but those posts just, they're probably 100 years old. And then this is another interesting feature. You see these a lot, these old wrought iron fences around different grave sites. And again, I didn't see any tombstones. And then this one, let's see. So Fred was born in 1837. Is that possible? Died in 1914. Here's some more views. Those are the Tobacco Root Mountains back there. And we'll head back on down the hill, and maybe the wind won't be so bad down there. Well, this was kind of an interesting day. After we went to this cemetery here, we just kind of looked around in some back roads, and I'll show you some interesting things that we saw. So hang in there with me and just enjoy the ride. Here's an overview of the Silver Star area. That's the Jefferson River down there. And those are the south end of the Tobacco Root Mountains in Madison County. Looking way up there would be Virginia City. And it was a pretty interesting day. Great cloud formations. I'm pointing to Highway 287 down there. You can kind of see that truck going by. It is kind of a major trucking route. They come up from Idaho, cross over at Dillon on Highway 41, and then head on down to Whitehall, which is off to the left. Just kind of gives you an overview of what the country looks like around here. And we're going to head down and take a look at the rest of the cemetery. Well, it was really windy and the sound was terrible, so I really didn't have that much important to say. I was just reading what I saw, so I'm just going to play some music you guys can enjoy watching as I walk around. What I did discover is that most of those tombstones showed that the people were born in the 1800s, and a lot of them died like 1900. And the taller ones are usually children. There were a lot of children's graves too. And then up front, as I walked more toward the front, which would be the furthest west side of the cemetery, was newer graves, not too many, but so this is a really old graveyard, and it was pretty interesting. And then I wanted to show you this fence up close because you just don't see this anymore, the intricacies of this wrought iron. Look at that. That was really pretty interesting. And now I can't see this too well, but again, that's an early grave here. I do usually stop at the graveyards in these small towns because they're kind of interesting, so I have a whole playlist of cemeteries. We're leaving the cemetery now, and we're going to head back down the hill and go past Lloyd Harkin's place again. And I wanted to tell you about those tires because those aren't ordinary tires. They're tires from the mining trucks, and they're huge. I'll show you how huge they are here in just a second. So as we drive down here, you can kind of get an idea of what the foothills are like. Back straight ahead is another pretty big mine that's still in operation up in those foothills. We'll probably go up there one of these days and show you around. It's pretty interesting if we can still get up there. A lot of places are closed off unless you have special permission. We're usually able to get the permission to go through a lot of these places that aren't accessible to the public. So that's why I kind of like making these videos. So you can see a little bit more of Montana. Well, to tell you the truth, we were actually looking for the old dump in Silver Star because you used to be able to go up there and find some interesting old bottles and kind of cool tin stuff, but apparently that road is closed off, and it is right down here on the left below, or wait, yeah, right straight ahead, right there, that, see where it dips in there, that was part of the old dump, and it's all private property now, so they don't have a dump in Silver Star. So anyway, we just went on to do some different stuff. So here's these tires from the mine trucks. I want to give you a perspective of just how big they really are. I put my camera on the car and walked down there to show you. And I'm pretty tall, like 6 feet tall. So those, when I stand up next to them, they must be well over 12 feet tall. Can't see real good here, but that kind of gives you an idea. They're huge, and there's like tons of them. They made a whole big barrier fence with them, and I don't think you'll see that anyplace else ever, ever in the whole United States. So Lord Lloyd Harkin was quite a collector. He passed away a few years ago, and they've been selling off a lot of his collections, but he had an amazing collection of mining things, like huge mining things, and actually he sold a lot of it to the Disneyland, which they built over in France many years ago. But quite an interesting person. He was an orphan, grew up in the Twin Bridges orphanage, as a matter of fact, and did really well for himself. A lot of the things still remain there, and I only wish I had done a video when we were friends with him years ago. That's the Jefferson. There you can see some of his stuff, some of those big wheels. There used to be a whole bunch of them there. Like I said, a lot of the stuff is gone now as collections have been sold. Well, here we're moving on, just to show you some other country. There's Indian Head Mountain, and those are the tobacco roots right behind Silver Star. All right, so we're driving down airport. This doesn't require serious narration, so I'll let you just enjoy the views. that place was kind of creepy. There's some other weird places we drove by. Thought you might like to see. Okay, so this is Silver Star again. We're just traveling through it. Let's have one more look at the town. We didn't actually see this view before. There's Harkins off on the right, and up behind that is where the cemetery was. Thanks for watching. This is Travels with Lucky. Hope you enjoyed this video and watch for more adventures.